the channel gay day only happens once per week. Hey everyone, it's Presley at ActiveGames.com here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to be a better ally and some of my pet peeves that allies do that I and many other LGBT people despise. So most of this will be me absolutely going off on you, telling you to stop doing these things if you do them. So be warned. I'm not going to be super nice in this video because these are really my pet peeves and they make me pretty angry. And as I demonstrated last week, I can get really mad and passive aggressive. I've been mad 2 weeks in a row. I promise I'm not mad most of the time. I'm just making 2 videos that make me seem very angry. Also, I don't know what's going on, but I have like the anime shadow over eyes, I'm angry thing. So that just adds to the aesthetic of anger. All right, so number one, my number one pet peeve that allies do, or people who are trying to be allies do, is call us the LGBT or just LGBT. So like, I don't mind you saying I'm LGBT, like Presley is LGBT. Although that's a little weird, I'm not all of them at once. Just say Presley's a lesbian or Presley is part of the LGBT community. But I'm talking when people are saying the LGBT are upset about this cause, or this movie means a lot to LGBT, both of which I've seen in actual articles and I despise. Makes it sound like a company or a hive mind, both of which are not good things. You're making us sort of like almost dehumanizing us by calling us those things. You're making us sound like a hive mind, like one big group of people that makes the same, like that makes a decision together at once. We don't. We have a lot of really conflicting opinions. I can confirm that, considering I have a Tumblr account. And so that bugs me a lot, just sort of how it dehumanizes LGBT plus people. Please say LGBT community, or like if you're talking about like love, like if in an article about Love Simon it says this movie means a lot to LGBT, say the LGBT community in those cases. Still okay to say someone is LGBT, but I would probably say part of the LGBT plus community. Tack a plus on the end of there if you can. It means a lot to people who aren't in the shorter acronym. That being said, speaking of acronyms and shorter acronyms, you don't have to say the first letter of every single orientation you can think of. You don't have to do that. It comes across as cheesy and performative to us. And if you don't know what performative allyship is, it's basically being an ally so that gay people will like you, but not actually being an ally. It comes across that way when you're like LGBTQIAP Q plus, like don't, just say LGBT plus. If you want to say LGBTQIAP plus, great, do that. Just don't, if you don't know the whole acronym, say LGBT plus or say queer. Either one of those. It's fine. You don't have to say every letter. In fact, please don't. Don't say every letter. Don't do that. Thanks. All right. Another thing that bugs me is when allies say they have, oh my God, I have such a great gaydar. No, you don't, Rebecca. You don't have a good gaydar. You can spot people who are very obviously open and are very obviously LGBT plus. Like, you can spot someone who is clearly saying, I'm gay, you're gay, please, like, or a gay person. You can spot someone who's very openly gay. That's not what a gaydar is. It's not. A gaydar is sort of being able to pick up on very small context clues, which I will be talking about in a future video, to see if someone is queer so that you're safe being queer around them. It's a survival mechanism. Straight people don't have it. I mean, straight cis people don't have it. Straight trans people have it. But like, cis-het people, you don't have the kind of gaydar we do. You can spot an openly gay person, and maybe you can spot people who are less openly gay a little better than other people. Doesn't mean you have a gaydar, Sarah. Don't introduce us as your gay friend or your trans friend, especially not your trans friend. I don't mind being introduced as a gay friend because that sort of is who I am in most friend groups. Please just don't do it anyway. Like, introduce me as, hi, this is Presley, she likes robots. Hi, Kevin, I know you like robots. This is my friend Presley, she also likes robots. There you go. And especially don't out trans people like that, especially if they're passing. Don't be like, this is my friend, he is trans. Don't ever say that. That's unnecessary. Like, it's never necessary. Don't do it. it's purposefully outing someone who may not want to be outed as trans. And you don't know what the other person really feels like about trans people. They can say, they can talk about trans people all they want. Even if they are a trans person, then if the other person wants to come out to them, let them do that on their own. Don't out people. I've talked about this before. Don't out people ever. Especially don't out people first thing you do. Okay, this is one that I get really, really mad about. Straight people jokes are not about you specifically, okay? We make straight people jokes. I make a lot of straight people jokes. I talk about the hets and the cis hets all the time. I said that in this video. It's not about you personally, okay? It's not. It's a joke that we've made about like things that we've noticed that people say to you. Say to us in specific, and it's a joke. Like, it's not heterophobic. It's not a heterophobic joke. And if these jokes are offensive to you because you're doing stuff in them, take a look at why they're offensive to you and why you're upset by them, because maybe you're not as good of an ally as you thought. And maybe the fact that people are making jokes about the way you behave, or like people are making jokes. People don't make straight people jokes about good straight people who are great allies, and that's most straight people I've met. But people make jokes about performative allies and a stereotypical straight person. And so if you're offended by those jokes and you feel like you are targeted by them, then you need to step back and take a look at your allyship, because maybe you're not as good of an ally as you thought, and you have plenty of room to improve. I'm not mad at you for doing these things, but just for doing them, but I am mad at you if you see LGBT plus people continue to call you out for them and continue to do them. Like, don't. These jokes are not about you in particular. Don't worry, we're not targeting you. We're not oppressing you or anything. We're just making jokes about things that annoy us. Please step back and relax, okay? Thanks. Straight women, please stop calling your friends who are girls, girlfriends. I'm gay, I'm confused. Stop it. Stop it, please. Oh, it bugs me so much. Like, oh my God. Okay, so please, just don't. You are unnecessarily making queer women feel like when they're talking about their girlfriends, people will think they're talking about their friends. And you're making us think you're a queer woman. I don't mind, like, hopefully you don't mind us assuming you're a queer woman. Just don't say girlfriend, say friend. It's a gender neutral word. You don't need to add girl onto it to specify they're a girl. You can just say they're a girl. You just be like, my friend, who is a girl, did this. Don't say girlfriend, that's a romantic term. Don't say that, please, please. Speaking of girlfriends and stuff like that, I would make a conscious effort if I wanted to be a better ally, and this isn't a pet peeve, this is just a word of advice, to call if you're straight and you have a partner of the opposite gender, then call them your partner. And call other people who have partners of the opposite gender partners. And call everyone partners. So it's normalized in your friend groups. So if you have a gay friend who has a partner, they can say partner without having to out themselves. Because right now we're in a social climate where people say partner about gay couples. And then a gay person will say partner and it'll immediately out them as being gay. So normalize it. Say partner about everyone. Plus you can make cowboy jokes about it. It's just it's a better word. Or a significant other if you want more like fanciness. Significant other is longer to say than partner. And I like partner because cowboys. So say that. And I swear to God, don't only say partner about gay people. Please. If you have to say what gender the person's partner is, like if it's relevant to the story, then you can say it. You don't have to say partner. Like don't say gender unless it's like relevant, but especially don't say, like if you're talking to a lesbian and you're a straight woman, I'm gonna envision myself as a straight woman here. Whew, all right. So don't say, my boyfriend did this, what did your partner do? Say, my boyfriend did this, what did your girlfriend do? Or say, what did my partner did this, what did your partner do? Easy. Just don't say partner only referring to gay couples, it's very dehumanizing. Okay, this isn't in relation to gay people particularly, but a lot of gay people notice it and it makes me angry. Please don't make jokes about how much you hate your partner, especially straight men. Don't do that, please. What are you thinking? Give me your girlfriend. I'll treasure her forever, okay? Like, why would anyone in their right minds consistently joke about how much they hate their partner? That's Insane. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Respect your partner, please. And like, I'm not talking John Mulaney. His wife gave him permission to kind of make fun of her on stage. She signed off on that. Don't make jokes, especially behind your partner's back, about how much you hate them. John Mulaney never said he hated his wife. And like, he used very affectionate terms for her. He loves his wife. He very obviously loves his wife. And like, it's okay if you're sort of joking about something your partner does and they know that you're joking about it, but don't like joke behind your partner's back about how much you hate them. That's awful. Don't do that. It sucks. All right. Here is my biggest one yet. The thing that makes me the most angry out of anything on this list. Please stop calling your gay ships sin. Please stop it. You know how dehumanizing that is. You know how often we are called sinners just for how we love. And don't call your gay ships sin. Just don't do it. Especially, and like, just don't call us sin, especially. Like, if your gay friends are dating, don't call them sin. Don't. This is mostly done in relation to men loving men, and so I don't want to speak on their behalf, so if any of you are men loving men, then you can talk about it in the comments below. But like, a lot of them, ships for them get called sin, and a lot of people only ship them because they think it's hot. Don't do that. That's not being an ally. That's being a bad person, and that is dehumanizing us. I swear to God, if you are only an ally because you ship gay people, you're not an ally. If you call ships sin, you're not being a good ally. However much you think you're being an ally, don't do it. Never do that, please. It's awful. Stop. And don't you dare call real life gay people yaoi. Don't do it. It's insane. It's dehumanizing, and yaoi is an extremely offensive term that is only used in sexual content at this point. Don't use it. It's derived from a lot of really bad words. I'll let you Google it. I'm not going to give you the mercy of explaining that to you. Google it. Google where the word comes from. Don't use it in relation to your ships, and don't use it in relation to real life gay people, especially. I am a lesbian. The fact that I'm a lesbian means I have a sword. You know what that means. I'm not threatening you physically, don't worry. But like, seriously, don't do it. It is insanely offensive to us. Yuri is a fine term. I wouldn't call a real life lesbian Yuri, but that's a fine term because it's derived from, like, you know, the words for pure and lily. So that's really sweet. But yaoi is derived from a lot of really bad stuff. Don't say it ever. Don't say it just in general, and don't say it to a real life gay person, especially referring to their relationship. It's dehumanizing. It's not good. Like, you're not being an ally by saying that. And you're especially not an ally. I know I've said this like 4 times. You're not an ally if you ship gay ships, and that's it. You're an ally if you support real life gay people. Liking gay ships doesn't make you an ally. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this 10-minute video. Probably more than 10 minutes. I haven't edited it yet. Of me just screaming about things that bug me and being really angry. I tried my best to be nice. But these things really, really, really make me mad, and they make me feel uncomfortable as a queer person. So don't do them. Don't do any of those things. Well, do call people partners. I suggest that. Do that, please. That's really sweet. Do that. It makes us feel a lot better. Don't do any of my pet peeves I mentioned on this list, please. It'll make us feel a billion times more comfortable around you, and I promise you'll see your LGBT plus friends open up to you a lot more. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching. The angry videos will probably stop next week, where I'm going to be covering Stonewall. It's going to be awesome. Obviously, there's going to be overlying, very important themes of like riots and discriminatory stuff that has happened in LGBT plus community, but it's a rad place. So I'm going to be saying some super rad things about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.